That Awkward Plant Girl, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a little bit of quick plant shopping. We're also going to talk about my process for when I bring plants home and how to quarantine them and properly keep them away from plant collections, so that way if you're bringing extra pests or bacterial or fungal infections, etc. to your home with your new plants, you don't want your entire collection to get infected. So this is kind of my process for preventing that and how I do all of that. And if that sounds like something that interests you, then definitely stick around because it's going to be fun. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for coming back. I see you guys time and time again subscribing. Thank you so much. And if you're new here and you just discovered my channel, welcome. It's good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Consider subscribing if you're into the planty awesomeness. And I think that's just about it. So let's go plant shopping. See you guys in a few. that I want to touch on. When I bring plants home, I do like to quarantine them in a completely separate room. The reason that I like to do this is because there are pests that will fly, pests like thrips or fungus gnats that will fly to your other plants, and they will land on them, and they will infest the soil and make a big problem. And because they can fly from one plant to another, basically an entire collection can be demolished just because you bring one plant home and shove it next to your other plant. So I definitely do not even want to risk that. So I like to keep my new plants away from my collection for about a month. The exception being if they come in the mail. If they come in the mail and they are shipped bare rooted, and then I will only keep them separate for about a week, just because I know there's no pests and whatnot. I like to treat my plant mail with hydrogen peroxide when it comes, which will kill a lot of pests that could potentially, the eggs and stuff that could potentially be on the roots. But as far as for what I bring home from nurseries and big box stores, I will keep them separated for at least a month. I've had plants that I've brought home, kept just fine separate. They were almost at the end of their quarantine period of about 2.5 weeks, and then they developed mealybugs, or I discovered there's fungus gnats. And it's like, no, I don't think so. You're gonna stay way the heck over there. I don't want any of that all over my other precious plants, I'm not trying to lose my collection. So that is why I treat my plants preemptively. As soon as they come in, I'll spray them down with the RTU, the neem oil RTU, and then I will keep them completely and totally separate in a separate room. Whether that separate room is the kitchen, where it's a little bit warmer and I have a grow light and a heat mat, or whether it's the bathroom with a window and it's a bit cooler temperatures, just depends on what the type of plant is. All right, so this is fern number 1. This is the tassel fern that I was telling you guys about. Check it out, it's so cool. This guy is gonna live in my bathroom for right now because my bathroom stays very cold, and he was outside in the store. So that tells me that he can handle some cold temperatures, and I don't want to shock him by putting him in too warm of a spot. And I do want to keep him isolated from all of my other plants. So he's going to live in here for right now, for probably at least a month. There's enough humidity in here. It stays cooler for him. And that way, if he has anything, he's not going to spread it to my other plants. So happy trails to this guy. This thing is just so cool. Oh my gosh. You can see right there how there's little fur over the fronds as they're emerging. It's just really cool. I've never seen a fern like this before, so pretty happy with it. Okay, and on to the next fern. All right, so this is a clearance rescue fern. I found him for $4. 1 second. There you go, you can see right there. He is just marked down and marked down and marked down. You can see here on his foliage that he's got some type of spotting going on, some type of damage. So I'm not sure what exactly that is, if that's a fungal or bacterial. And then he's got some dead fronds. This is some crisping on this leaf, and that's from lack of humidity. And that's just paint. I thought it was a pest for a second, but apparently it's just paint. You can see down here. So he's got, the reason I picked him up though is because he's got new growth coming in. You see that new growth right there? So he's got healthy rhizomes, okay? Even though his foliage itself, whoop, there we go. His foliage itself is not looking so great. I can cut back what is not good, and I can save him. And he's a big hanging basket. He's a $20 plant. And if I wanted to order this online, it would have cost me about $20 for a 2-inch, 3-inch. So to find him on clearance for $4, even if I have to, you know, do a bit of work to save him, it's worth the time, basically. So I just kind of want to talk you through my plan with this guy. So basically my plan is to chop off the dead foliage and the damaged and what has bacterial and whatnot, and I'll cut it back down to the base. Then I am going to give this guy a good soaking because he really needs it. And then I'm gonna keep him quarantined from all my other plants. I don't want him anywhere near anything that he could spread whatever he has to. And I am going to spray him down. Here, let me get the thing that I'm gonna spray him down with. Right, so I do try to quarantine my plants for a month minimum, sometimes longer. This is broken, so I'm gonna chop that off. This doesn't look like it has anything on it. So I am going to cut off all of the damaged and dry fronds. And I am, whoops, there we go. And I am using, there we go, sorry. I am using these little teeny tiny scissors that are meant for, what is it called? Oh, it's meant for embroidery and for sewing and cutting thread. But I like it for ferns because it's got this very pointy tip right here. And it makes it a lot easier to get in between the healthy fronds and get the not so healthy damaged fronds out. That leaf does not have. This leaf does though, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that off at the base. This leaf does as well. There we go. That one was just so damaged that it just popped right out. There we go. And this one is clearly infested. If you see brown spots on a fern, random brown spots like this, if it's popping up for you, there you go. Random brown spots like this is some type of a bacterial or fungal issue. But if they are even like here, 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 here type of deal, if it's clearly an even pattern, then that's actually brown spores, which are the seeds of your ferns trying to propagate, basically. It's trying to make babies. But when it's just completely odd like this, it's definitely not... It's some type of fungal or bacterial issue. It's definitely not. There we go. You need some nutrients too. You can see right here. This one is, hopefully that'll pop up for you. There we go. You see that little leaf right there? It is supposed to be a fully formed leaf and it's actually deformed. So this needs some nutrients as well. I'm just going to go through any of the ones that are kind of dry. See if I can get this for you now. Here you go. Dry, crispy fronds right there. So I'm chopping all those off. And if I really wanted to, I could go and chop this all off at the base and it would regrow from there. But I'm hoping that this is mostly just a nutrition issue with a little bit of a bacterial issue, and it'll clear up just fine with the spray. Here we go. And I'm just gonna fast forward through this for you guys now because baby's getting cranky and this is gonna take a little bit. With all your blood. So this is basically all that's left. So I trimmed him down quite a bit. Now I'm going to spray him down with the neem oil. We'll get him all sprayed down. And then I'll give him a nice good soak. Great drink of water because he super needs that. Okie dokie. And then I'll hang him up in the window up there. All right, so 1 second. I don't want to spray everything too much, but I am trying to spray new fronds and foliage coming in. Oh, that's old. All right, there we go. He's all sprayed down now. So let's give him a drink of water. I do want to make sure that it's getting fully saturated and running all the way through. So you can see down here that it's actually coming out the base of the pot, which is good. That's what I want. All right. Ooh, lost that leaf. And there we go. Now we're going to take the fern and just hang him up. He's a little droopy because he got beat up, but he'll be okay. Here we go. He'll be good for a bit. I'm just gonna let the water drip in that for right now. And I'll give him some more water in a little bit if he needs it. I don't know, what do you think? Does he look happy? Okay. And there's that one just chilling right there. All right, cool. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys found this a little bit helpful. A lot of you guys have been asking questions about why I quarantine my plants and how I quarantine and how long to quarantine and all that kind of, you know, all that stuff. So hopefully you guys found this kind of helpful. And if there is any questions that I missed, or if you guys think of some more, definitely please let me know. You can comment down below or contact me on Instagram at @awkwardplantgirl. I'll leave it down below like always. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely consider doing so if you're all about the planty awesomeness. And to you guys who keep coming back for more, thank you so much. It's so wonderful to see you guys every single time. And if you have any ideas for more videos or anything in particular that you would like to see, definitely let me know. I will be probably next week, I will be repotting a bunch of peperomia. So it'll be kind of a peperomia collection / why I'm repotting peperomia. If that's something that you would be interested in, then definitely subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of that for next week. And I think that is it. I will let you get back to your day, but thank you so much for taking the time to come and check this video out. See you in my next one. Bye!